Francisco 49ers signed Marlon Mack to the practice squad. So obviously Eli Mitchell, the news came out yesterday that he's going to be out for 8 weeks with a knee injury. And they have a bunch of rookies back there right now. Is Mason and Pierce over there is a San Francisco 49er team behind the veteran Jeffrey Wilson Jr. So Marlon Mack added, obviously, to the practice squad here. But I think he could be up on the main roster as well. So Mack, he was in the Houston Texans training camp, but he didn't make the roster. And they want Pierce and Rex Burkhead over there in Houston. So right now, Marlon Mack, he's going to add depth to this backfield over there in San Francisco. Like I mentioned, it's Jeffrey Wilson Jr., Deebo Samuel probably going to get the bulk of the carries in the ball games to go. And then a bunch of rookies. So right now, Mack, we've seen him have a good season a few years ago with the Indianapolis Colts. And then with injuries and Jonathan Taylor taking over, it wasn't his time anymore over there in Indianapolis. And coming into the season, I thought he would be the starter for the Houston Texans, but he obviously didn't make the roster. Dameon Pierce looked great in the preseason, but week one, he didn't get the job done. But right now, it was a depth move for San Francisco, and with the injuries and all the running backs they've been going through over the last few seasons. Sermon, they drafted, they let him go. He went to Philly. Hasty, the same thing as well, an undrafted free agent, and he left to go to Jacksonville after they cut him loose. And now Marlon Mack. So I think Mack, he'll be on this roster sooner than later. And I think he'll be the backup to Jeffrey Wilson Jr. Obviously, he's got to get acclimated to San Francisco. He's got to pick up the playbook, but as a veteran move and a guy who's capable of handling carries still in Marlon Mack, I like the move for the 49ers, but I don't think we'll see fantasy value from him right away. But if Wilson struggles or he gets hurt as well, I definitely could see Mack stepping in, him in a Deebo type of backfield, because I don't know if these rookies are ready. And Shanahan, from what he was saying, these guys got to grow up as well, these rookies, quickly, and I don't think he's confident. So Marlon Mack signs a deal for now with the practice squad with the 49ers, but I think he could be on the main roster sooner than later and possibly play a role in the 22 season.